About an hour. Yeah, about an hour. And another day, it's another wonderful afternoon in the nation's capital, Monrovia. We've come to continue the work that we didn't end, and of course, it is for the nation's purpose, and it is for our good must survive. The survivability of our country, Liberia, depends on the way we discuss the issues that really do matter. And of course, the team is back, a very strong team. And of course, Princess Kamara, a very emerging, very strong talk show host. And of course, she is doing pretty well. Somebody called me the other day and said, wow, Princess is exceptional. And I said, good. That's what I want to hear. When we continue to impact the world, impactation is what we always ask for. And so it is good to be here. Morris Desmond is my name, and the radio is here, Radio 95.9. And we are right here on the UN Drive, opposite the BTC Barracks, adjacent the Rally Town Market, the Hustle National Marketing Association of Liberia. So it promises to be fascinating and very, very stimulating. So for the rest of the time, from 4 this afternoon to 6 in the evening, we will be here and we are your drivers. We're going to drive you through on the program Inside Liberia on this radio, Kia Radio 95.9. And of course, we have come with different innovations to radio, different style of broadcasting, and we are mostly concentrated and very interested in the truth. And truth telling is the hallmark. So if you can beat the experience, all you need to do is to join us. Let's experience together. And so it is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday afternoon in the nation's capital. Today is the 9th day of October and the year is 2024. If you are celebrating birthdays on today, happy birthday to you. Of course, if you are to celebrate your birthday, come this month, anytime in this month, like my son in the Waterspoon is expected to celebrate his birthday on the 19th of this month. We are very glad to have you. Good to be here. And so, shortly we'll go to Princess, and she will definitely just in 1 minute or so talk to you shortly, and then we'll go around the world, take bit and pieces of news, come back, and then we can talk the TI management. After which we will talk all of the rolling issues in Liberia, issues that really do matter to our country, Liberia. So I have the privilege to welcome my colleague.
Yes, Desmond.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And to our many followers, to those of viewing us online, would like to welcome you to another edition of the program Inside Liberia. This program comes on every day. And we discuss trending issues in our country, like Desmond rightly stated, issues affecting our country. We speak out those ills, criticize.
Yeah, and we heal too as
Yeah,
well.
when you
We
do
just
what the
don't.
government
Yeah,
does, good things,
yeah. We
we
just don't
tell the
criticize.
yeah,
No.
we just don't criticize. We are
Mm.
critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, too many things happening, and Desmond, I think right after the tour, you want me to just
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
okay.
Go.
So we going to take a tour. We come back. We talk a bit about the foundation, the Care Humanitarian Foundation. Right after that, we go strictly into our menu. And today, we've been following that particular resignation of the Commerce Minister, Amin Modai. We're going to talk a bit about that particular one. And Desmond, before we cross over to Minister, the former Minister, Commerce Minister now, we're going to talk about there is this thing that have to do with the Liberia Electricity Corporation, how homes are electrified, and we had a very devastating situation in our Sheffield time on today, this morning, where a 2-year-old child got electrocuted. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk a bit about that one. We, tell people the kind of danger they have, you have to do with how wrongly we electrified our homes. I think that's pretty alarming. Yeah. And we look into the Commerce Minister resignation, talk a bit about that particular one. Desmond. That's it.
Wow,
Yeah.
Princess have already filled us in with all that we need to do here
Mhm.
as we go along. And so let's see whether we can go right around the world and take bit and pieces of news for you. This is where we go next. going to the United States of America and finally getting was obtained there, thing you will satisfy our curiosity. Still trying to get the news for you. That one is not loading, so we look for something that will come right at your doorstep. Let's see. Boy 16 charged with attempted murder of armed chaplain. 18-year-old boy has been charged with the attempted murder of an army chaplain in the Republic of Ireland. Father Paul F. Murphy was stabbed several times at Raymore, barracks in County Galway on 15 August. The 16 years old cannot be identified because he is a man. He had previously been charged with assault, causing harm. The teenager appeared at Galway District Court on Wednesday morning in relation to the upgrade charge. Irish broadcast RTE reported. The court, still taking it from Ireland. The court was told that the accused father and solicitor were presented when the charges were put to him. The boy did not speak during the brief court hearing. RTE added. The court was told that the director of public prosecution has directed that the boy be sent forward for indictment at the Central Criminal Court. Judge Friday said an application for bail cannot be made in the district court. She reminded the accused to Uptown Detention Center to appeal again by video link at the Gateway District Court next week. Wow, this is so devastating. And for a very young child to murder an army personnel, that's very troubling. So we'll be taking it as we see it. Coming right to our neighbor. They may be a little bit far from us, but they are definitely our neighbors. Going to Cameroon, bordering Nigeria. Cameroon president as well, despite months' absence. Cameroon president is in excellent health. Senior officials have insisted after a long public absence, stopped widespread speculation about the 91-year-old leader's condition. President Paul Biya has not been seen in public since September 8th when he attended a China-African forum in Beijing. He has since missed events he was scheduled to be at, such as the United Nations General Assembly in New York. But in a statement, the head of Cameroon's civil cabinet said Biya was well and commended the mischievous individuals speculating about the president's health and eventual death. The statement came after days of opposition parties and civil society groupings calling for information on Biya's health and his whereabouts. The head of state continues to exercise his duties in Geneva and has never departed the Swiss city following his visit to Beijing. Sander Muvundo, Ayulo, director of the Civil Cabinet, said on Wednesday evening, Bia has been criticized. Bia has been criticized for the amount of time he spent outside the country and in Switzerland in particular. In 2018, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, reported that since coming to power in 1982, Bia has spent the equivalent of 4.5 years overseas. Wow, this is also troubling. And this is coming in from Red Africa. Still take two more. We'll come back to talk about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. Still looking for it, trying to get it at all costs, trying to get what's happening around the world, trying to get it from Africa. And we will not give up. I knew I wanted to take something from the United States. Yes, let's look at what's happening in the United States of America. We are told that Hurricane Milton is near Florida already. That we are following Hurricane Milton like we've never done before. Hurricane Milton nears Florida, evacuations urgent. Steady rainfall and winds begin to gust into the Tampa Bay area Wednesday morning as a mighty Hurricane Milton crushed towards a potential catastrophic collision with the west coast of Florida, where some residents insisted they would stay even after millions were ordered to be evacuated. Strugglers face grim odds of surviving, officials said. The Tampa Bay region, home to more than 3.3 million people, hasn't seen a direct hit after a major hurricane in more than a century. Milton fluctuated between category 4 to 5 as it approached, reckless of the distinction in wind speed. The National Hurricane Center said it will be a major and extreme dangerous storm, and its center makes landfall late Wednesday or early Thursday. Hurricane Milton making some tours in devastation. This is it, folks, said Catherine Pickens, Emergency Management Director in Kinela's country, which sits on the peninsula that forms Tampa Bay. Those of you who were pushed during Hurricane Helene, this is going to be a knockout. You need to get out, and you need to get out now. Major bridges around Tampa Bay plan to close in the afternoon, she said. And public shelters were open for evacuees. Residents should not feel relief because of indications that Milton's center might come a short south of Tampa, she said. And you can see the diagram. These people have the wind speed is taking a very, very deep tour. Yeah, Let's look for one more from Africa, then we can come back. Because I know my girl Princess can wait to talk about the issues that matter. Let's go to Sudan. See what's happening in Sudan right now. I'm told the US has been able to come down very hard and they have hammered on someone. The US sanctioned murder of parliamentary leader. The United States has sanctioned a member of Sudan's parliament, a rapid support force for leading efforts to supply weapons for the 17 months war that has killed more than 20,000 people and ravaged the northeast African country. Agone Hamadan Daklo Musa controls the United Arab Emirates based a front company that imports vehicles into Sudan for the Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces and equipment to equip them with machine guns, the U.S. Treasury Department said Tuesday. Agone is the brother of RSF Commander Mohamed Magad Daklo. The war between the Sudanese army and the RSF broke out in April of 2023 in the capital Khartoum and spread throughout the country. Yeah, we can come back now to talk about the issues that matter to our country, Liberia. So yes, we are back. Princess, we are back.
Yeah, we talk a bit about the foundation,
Yeah, yeah,
which is a normal tradition.
Oh yes, something is.
Yeah, we have
It's unescapable.
So
It's unescapable.
yeah, so the Care Humanitarian Foundation is a foundation that have been involved into too many things. Desmond, if we start to name them, like the other time we talk about it, it's just part of us. We have to do this thing. We have to discuss about the foundation because the foundation birthed the media institution, also is a co-sponsor for this particular show before we transition to other discussion. So the Care Humanitarian Foundation is here for Liberians, transforming lives and making sure that that Liberians can get something going. Their children can be able to acquire better education. Lives can be changed. Like we talk about the scholarship and Desmond, I think recent time another group tuition have been paid. So we needed to follow up on that to also include it in our reports, on the to update every time. And also there are a lot of things the foundation is into, especially giving back to the Liberian people. And Mr. Christopher Care is a Liberian based in the USA who's giving back to Liberians, ensuring that their lives are better off. You know, that's when we see people giving back to people. That means they actually been through a lot and they don't want people to go through the same process. Especially sometimes you know where you're growing up and then there is no food. You have to sleep on an empty stomach. You come from school, you can just see food to eat. Yet and still you're still pushing for education. So I do believe that Mr. Christopher Kia went through all of these things and he knows exactly how is it to sleep on empty stomach. He knows the feeling, especially you going to school coming back. That's when you get concentrated.
Yeah, yeah.
You will not, be able to really focus on your school and whatever. So Mr. Christopher Care says, in order for these people to not go through the same thing I have been through, I think it's important that I also help them. And this help isn't something we want back. We just want to do the right thing. We want to see students going to school. We want to see them doing something better. And it's not just school, because in our setting we got this, believe that we can just, oh yeah, I want to pay this person's school fees. Let it just go and learn. No. We are sending you to one of the school that you think is better, go there, acquire better education, and in the family at that particular end, all around us, it's not only Shackleton, there are other parts that people already started benefiting from. And today, families can stand up and say, yes, it's because of Mr. Christopher Care. I'm able to get my kids in school. I never had to get the uniform. We had, those challenges ensuring that the children get back. It's not just about paying the fees. We also give out the uniforms. We went to the institutions, the various institutions, make sure that we, gather the information, how much money the uniform will cost. And Desmond, this is one thing we don't say on this platform. That particular school, the one I'm aware of in Shackleton, that particular school, how much for the uniform? $35 US.
Mm. For
Yeah,
one person.
for one person,
My God.
35. That is the 12th grader. And when you come down the line from nursery to that's the elementary side, you pay $35. Junior high is 55 United States dollars. And you look at the amount of kids we had on that particular scholarship. You have up to 14. And 85, some of them were in junior high, senior high, and coming down to elementary. So it's not just about paying the tuition, right? It's about also providing the uniform. So Mr. Christopher Care is doing extremely well, and it's something beyond imagination. You can just think about it. Sometimes you try to think and say, but who is this man? Who is this man? What's vision? But yet and still, he's saying that I want my people to just enjoy life. Yeah, let me say it that way. I want to give back to my people. I don't want these kids crying. And apart from paying the school fees and getting the uniforms, we even provided book bags. That's how important, this particular foundation is. That's how lives are being transformed. We bought the book bags, took them to the various, parents, distributed them, and we're talking about classic quality bags. Ain't just anything like it just wear 2-3 months, it starts tearing up. After getting the book bags, we bought shoes, we bought copybooks, and you just name them. We just want you to go to school, and there are other things we are involved into apart from the scholarship. Probably you are ill, medical, we get to the hospital. We want to pay for people who are ill, ensuring that they are able to get the rightful treatment. Just be real, just be sincere. Every time we come on this kind of platform, we talk about it. We want people, if there are any other questions or because of time, and you just want to ask something, there's a special program that is designed for every one of you, especially during the time, that program is called Conversation with the CEO. It comes on every Sunday evening. All you need to do is just keep fighting care communication. And one day you might just be lucky. We could say we just need 10 persons. There is this scholarship that is available for 10 persons. Desmond, trust me. Once you listen or you find care, you could just walk in and be part of the 10 people. So these are some of the opportunities of listening with joining us on Care Radio every time. These are some of the things you will know. Probably we will just say, okay, today we want just 20 persons. Those who might have issues, we are waiting. You walk at our office, drive Clay Street, opposite the barrack. Come. And when you come, probably through that, we will just say, okay, these are the 10 people. Just more. They might not even reach 10. And maybe through you can recommend another person. So the care communication is operated as the foundation that birthed this particular media institution. So the Care Humanitarian Foundation is transforming lives. It's not just about politics. It's not just about we discussing the issues, we talk, yet and still we still giving back. So we are contributing and we are for good. I know there are questions out there, but you just keep all your questions. Weekend, you can just come in and ask the CEO. And we are also into agriculture. We talk about this the other time. You got interest, you want to build, or build, you want to do farming. And we will do the vetting because if you say agriculture, that's when they are come. During all these things, we do the vetting process. You fortunate, your name come out, and definitely I was told that we just pay I think money was sent for two persons, two kids to get to school. Desmond. And now we got one of the biggest scholarship in Liberia. We build homes. Imagine somebody has been leaking. They been leaking on it, yeah. They ring up, they ring for Sota, Sunshine, whatever. And when the video went viral, they see also that particular video and broke down. These are things that our people in government cannot do. This is a man who see it so important and want to just transform lives. Say, let me get back to my people. So once you are interested, you find it difficult to get in school, you are finding it so challenging to get probably go to the hospital. Whatever, just work at our institution. The foundation is here. Just see what is, what actually happening, and that's it. That's more.
Yeah, so Princess, you just nailed it.
Yeah.
You said almost everything, and uh, this is not just an ordinary foundation. It's not just the kind of foundation that people just talk about and say, "Oh yeah, they're doing this, they're doing that." But we just you know,
Mhm.
uh, yeah. So uh, okay. I'm trying. Somebody is sending me something. So I'm trying to.
Why another party resign?
I'm trying to verify the information.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, okay.
Yeah. So.
We're there already. So yeah, so the Care Humanitarian Foundation. But before then, let me say good afternoon to Mr. Monique Kishen, the general, one of our bosses. I just came from the United States, and we want to say welcome. And we didn't have the time officially yesterday, Princess, to welcome the general.
Yeah, we are.
So today that we have the time to sit here. We have to welcome him. He's a very, very good team
Oh
player.
yes, sure.
He's a very good team player. We enjoyed the short moment he has stayed, meaning he will stay more time, but the short while that we've seen him, for the few days, he has shown us to be a team player. So again, we want to appreciate you. I mean, just the same with our boss, Mr. George Sigo. He's also a very good team player, very, very good team player. And of course, our bosses, we are very, very proud of all of you. You are the driving force. You are the one who are the fulcrum on which the wheels of Care Humanitarian Foundation continues to turn. So we are very proud of you, Mr. Joss, you are our president for our foundation. He's a very, very wonderful team player. He's wonderful. He's a very great guy. Wonderful. He doesn't mutter his words. He's the kind of person who normally goes for what it is, and he's just so exceptional in terms of leadership. So thank you so much, Mr. John Sibo. Thanks to our CEO. Words are inadequate to express how wonderful the CEO is. He's the kind of person. I don't know, but his leadership style is top notch. Top notch leadership style he has. So we'll continue to just keep it on that note. So with the Care Humanitarian Foundation, Princess have told you, she taken you through all of the things you need to know. The foundation was birthed on 4 pillars, and but normally we talk about four, we talk about the 4 pillars, but they actually are 5 pillars that inculcate and that explains the agenda and the uh, inside of the NGO. And that is, we are mostly concerned about education, and because education is the bedrock to every country's growth. If a country must transcend, I was reading the literacy rate in Rwanda. I was reading the literacy rate in Uganda. I was reading the literacy rate in Kenya. All these East African countries are very, 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 very much way up there in terms of the pedestal when it comes to education. So they were there. We are still struggling. And this NGO only concerned so in the educational sector, we are able to make impacts. And are we making impacts? Yes, making impacts. We are definitely making impacts. We are taking the kids from We are taking the kids from the streets, those of them who are probably working, selling for their parents, so that they can, get back to school. That's what we're doing. And so we're always trying as much as possible to continue to keep our people informed, keep them abreast of some of the issues that are happening. We are not saying there are not issues in Liberia. There are very, very major issues in the educational sector, but we have come to narrow. We have come to mitigate. We have come to remedy some of the situation because in our educational drive, the CEO and the team, they've decided that, hey, listen, we are not just concerned about just paying the fees of these children. If you pay the fees, how do they go to school? The CEO is concerned. The CEO is saying, no, we cannot just pay the fees of these students and let them, go. We can pay the fees. We can buy them their uniforms. We can buy their shoes. We can buy, whatever we need to give them so that they can be comfortable while they're going to school. Have we done that? Yes, that has been done 100%. I'm told another two students who probably have some impediments of going to school, they've already been earmarked. That decision will be made by our bosses. They will make the determination to show as to whether. So we have education that I've explained. We have health. We are also into the health sector. We're trying to make sure we can have our hands in the health sector where we can provide trainings. For health practitioner, we can go to health facilities and see whether we can help. Whatever means we can help in the health sector because there are places in this town where people are still being, they're still being told in Hammer, to go to nearby hospitals, before they reach there. Sometimes those patients expired. And so sometimes those things happen. So we are looking for innovative ways on how the Care Humanitarian Foundation can be a help to rural communities. Our health system and our health policy and some of the things we'll be doing in the health sector will be mostly focused on places that are hard to reach, where people are faced with health-related matters. For example, we have a mobile clinic. We have a mobile clinic where we go to a village and we provide at least, do malaria tests on our people. There are people dying from malaria. There are people who cannot get to the hospital. They don't know their way out. We go there, ask them, we go through the proper triaging, the medical people can say triage. They scan you, take all your particular, get to know what is wrong with you. We can treat the manual, we can treat the malaria, we can treat the typhoid, we can treat common cold, we treat all those things. So we are looking for innovative ways where we can have our tactical spread in the rural areas. And that is what we're going to do in the health sector. We're also looking at sanitation. So in sanitation, we're looking for communities, and we're going to be in the next few weeks or so, you're going to see the team. We are going to go to places where we have sanitation issues. We have places where in the rural communities where people are still drinking from creeks. Can you imagine? There are people in this country that are still drinking from creeks. It is not healthy. It is not the kind of life, the Care Humanitarian Foundation wants to see. We want to see a dignified and a very respectable life of where they can harness safe drinking water without stress. So we are thinking of getting to rural communities where there are sanitational issues, there are issues with drainages, there are issues with flooding, and other people are being affected. We can help. Whatever way we can help. In the urban communities, we know there are cleaning up exercises going on. We can help if we have the means. That is why we are asking international partners, those who want to partner with the Care Humanitarian Foundation, you are free. We can deliver on these things. We want to help urban communities where people are fighting to have their community clean, to have a safe community. We can donate the pieces of materials that we can help you with. We can do it. That is what we can do for now. In subsequent time, in years to come, or in months to come, once we have funding, we can continue to do what we're doing. So again, we have the sanitational aspect of the NGO. We have the agricultural aspect. And President, like I said, agriculture is the bedrock of every economy. And if the country's economy must turn, the hands of time. If the country's economy must be, be an economy where you see the forecast being clear that the economy will resuscitate, it must have a linkage with agriculture. When there is no linkage of our economy with the agriculture sector, forget it. We will continue to cry. We will cry all we can, but the country will continue to remain tough as it is. So we have the agricultural component inculcated. We will also be finding ways, innovative ways, how we can help farmers, how we can get to rural areas where people can produce crops and do different kinds of things. So the Care Humanitarian Foundation is just an exceptional one. Then we have the 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 communication arm that breath, the foundation breath is the radio station today. We have the Care Radio 95.9 that we are broadcasting on. So we are providing quality, information to the public. We are providing information to the public so that the public will not be left behind. Information dissemination is also a right to Liberians. So it is a right too. You must obtain it. You must get information. It is a right. That's why we have a law called the I call it the FO something law again. They say information, you can put in for the information if the people FOR, the FOR, Freedom of Information Act. That Freedom of Information Act allows a citizen to obtain information freely without distortion. So we are very, very committed to providing that service to our people. So we'll continue to provide that service. We'll not stop. It is what the foundation have come to do. So we have the educational arm, we have the sanitational arm, we have the health, and we have culture. Then we have the communication arm. So again, you will see us in your communities, you will see us moving in places, you will see us doing what we can do. And then we want to just say special thanks and appreciation to see the thing what I coding. Is it coding? Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting hot here. Yeah. But again, that is what it is. We will continue to do what we can do, continue to serve the Liberian people. So thanks to our mother, Mother Josephine here, the mother of the organization, the radio station. She's the mother. She's the one. She's one of the driving force behind everything that's happened here. Thanks to our CEO. Thanks to our president. Thanks to Mr. Kishen, our consultant. Listen, every one of you. We just thank you that you've been a wonderful team. Continue to just keep the wheels of this place turning, and every time, when you enter our studio, you just go small. When you enter our studio now, you can know
that's one.
You see the microphone. Some of you on live video, you see prison microphone. Microphone not showing. But you see prison microphone is top notch. It is an equipment that is that's not an adjective I want to use, but I think it is the first class. You can turn you can turn the equipment in the studio now as first class. See how we are. Clarity, distinction. You can hear very clear where you are. This is what they call modern studio. And thanks to Mr. Kishen, thanks to Mr. George Sibo, thanks to CEO. I mean, this is just exceptional. You guys are so wonderful, man. Words are inadequate to express how wonderful you people are. And the people can say, if the Christmas will be good, you know for the Eve, India will know already that it will be good. So again, that is it. So Princess,
so that's
is here to see. So we can go on with our political discussion. Start the ball rolling.
Let's transition quickly to the Commerce Ministry on today. Desmond, this whole thing started this morning. There were this,
you want us to talk about
the issue
human interest
from there we just draft.
We can finalize.
So late evening on yesterday, Desmond, right in the Shefflintown community, Lower Maikidi County, where the vice president is living, there was this sudden incident or 2-year-old child identified by his name is Lutifi, the Bassa traditional names. So this child was brought from the interior for vacation. His grandmother went to call rice, normally when you come in, Then, someone say, oh, let the neighbor follow you. When you come back, then you can bring him. And while they were cooking around 7 p.m., the little boy said he wanted to sleep. So his other sister, Jocelyn, I still remember the name, Jocelyn Gawe, said, go inside and sleep, 2 years old. So he went inside, all the, they knew he was like, already in bed sleeping. And certain hour, like few minutes after he went inside, they started, hearing this smell, something smelling. So the uncle said, it is wire burning. I'm smelling something from inside the house. And she said, okay, let me check. But then she too, normally will carry our nose to start and sneeze, trying to know what's happening. So she came back, she said, maybe that's only burning, but nothing in the house. Not knowing that UT, that's his name. Not knowing that UT had already gotten electrocuted. UT entered the bedroom. UT started playing with the wire. The homes at that particular place, Desmond, is not a property, a wire. Yeah. So what the guys will do, Corin just came to that particular area, Sheffield, not even 8 months. So they normally just run the wire from the ceiling down to the socket to, charge phones and other items. So the wire was bare, not covered. So this little boy entered the room. All the family knew he went to sleep. But children, when they see everything, they won't touch it. Little UT, 2 years, when it's the wire, playing with the wire, that's how the current check it. Normally we can say check you.
Yeah, but he was in
and the worst thing, they had this iron plugged in the socket. So it's, when the force from the current came, he like fell on the iron, and the iron, they won't even intensify the flow of the current. And that's how little UT burned. Imagine, he bust up, the chest bust up, it opened up. Watch, the force and everything. Something happening in there. The sister rushed. She too trying to hold him. Little UT, the current already in him. So you can just hold him with your bare hands,
Yeah.
She herself, started pushing up, the force from the current. So that's how she, pulled the body, dropped everything, and ran to call people. But then, unfortunately, he died. Yeah, he burned to the extent that you can't even identify him. Imagine someone burning and the entire chest bust open. So it was a sad thing at that particular place. But then family, neighbors, parents also learned. That's what I think it's about time people need to electrify their homes the right way. The current from that end is very powerful. And the electricity is something, current is something that is very strong to the extent that you can just do any kind of wiring. These are some of the things that even lead to homes being damaged, burning of homes. Because that's one of the wires we use in our homes. Sometimes when the current comes with force, it can stand it. And you got ceiling. Ceiling is just anything that people, it burn. And at the end of the day, homes get damaged. Today in Sheffield, we had that particular side or news. Someone who just came to spend a few weeks could not return back to his family in the interior after he got electrocuted. So we hope that parents can learn at that particular place. Even this morning, when the police came, the police are already took notice of the entire case. They already, investigating. I was told later on that the grandfather had been arrested because it happened in the house. So the police arrested the grandfather and they are still investigating what led to the little boy being electrocuted. So it's just something I want us to talk about. And most often, let's be real, Desmond, we are careless in this country. We are. Why should someone build their home to the extent that You run current, but yet it's still it's not properly done. The wire should be in the wall, not hanging. So we are calling on parents. So please, please be careful. Desmond. It's something, amen. You know, when things happen and at times you're talking, it seems so like nothing. But it's something serious. Imagine that little boy, someone with vision. You could be the next leader. You could be someone tomorrow that we need in this country. Yet and still, due to the carelessness of that particular family, little UT was discovered dead. He got electrocuted. And this is something important. Those homes that are not electrified properly, please, my people, we need to start electrifying our homes properly. No time now to be buying cheap wire. You just go and run the wire anyhow. You just place it in your home. So it's something that every one of us need to, take and do the right thing, Desmond. So that's it. That's what actually occurred at that particular place this morning.
Okay.
Sheffield time also rather, Lower Mikey. And let's go quickly into the big things now to discuss.
Yeah, let me just wait in quickly. Let me just wait in with the. We empathize with the family. We
Okay.
empathize with the bereaved family. And like I've always said, there is the word empathy and sympathy. Empathy is when you put yourself in the shoes of a particular person,
Yeah.
sharing the moments of that person's sadness. Then sympathy is when you just express, how sorry you are for that thing that is happening. So we do not just sympathize with the family, we empathize with the family, we feel the pains that they're feeling. But all we can say is that let them take. Again, this is my kindergarten. Normally Nigerians, we are noted for just saying, oh, let's just do it like this. Later on, get money, we'll do it.
We'll do it better.
Let's electrify our places for good ones.
Of course.
There are homes that have been, or cleared away by fire. Natural disasters they are inevitable. They are things that you can't avoid. They are unavoidable. But we can minimize the catastrophic. We can minimize the aftermath of these things that were happening. We can minimize it. How can we? Let's put our all into what we do. You wiring your house, look for the real wires. And I was reading, and this will shock you, right? Do you know that they're supposed to have, I don't know whether they have it there, but they're supposed to have a particular division at the your National Fire Service. That division is supposed to come when you are building your house. They're supposed to come to inspect and see the kind of wires that you are using. Yeah, they should have that division there. And we endeavor to bring the fire service people some days to talk about some of these things, because it is also good for the public to see these people go to places, ask to see the grade of wire that some of these houses are using to, electrify their home. It's not about saying, yeah, I'm a horse. Any wire I want to use, I can use it.
Yeah.
Listen to me. See, there is this thing that happens every time in other countries. Like take for example Nigeria. There are places in Nigeria you don't build any kind of house there. You just do it because by your land. So when you obtain that land, the government tells you as a person what kind of house should go on that land, especially when it comes to the front view. So they tell you the kind of house to put there. So you just not going to put any kind of makeshift, like the way you see in Nigeria, people, the front views are all makeshift, things just everywhere in the streets. It doesn't make the country fun. So it boils down to the kind of materials we use for our homes. That is why when a home in Liberia, catches fire, the next thing is that it plummets down to the ground. Everything is lost. The family of that home start from fresh. They start at, like they didn't have it. Because the way we treat the kind of things we do, they say, oh yeah, then leave it. Later on we'll fix it. We'll get it good. It will be done. No, later on. If you're not prepared to do it, do the temporary one.
Because
And
you,
so
you never
that's
tell
yeah,
you never tell what happens when you're not home.
of course.
Probably your kid might even see it like thought like what happened with little Uti. So he saw it like something like rope. Maybe in 2 years, especially if they are babies.
Yeah.
Anything they see, they won't tell shit. So that's what happened. And today he's normal.
Yeah. So that is it. I just hope that we all can learn from this. Liberians, it's not about politics. Sometimes these things are very vital for us to talk about. We're coming to talk about the hardcore politics. They are they are good breaking news that we will give it today. This is breaking news. The country is hot, you know.
Yeah, Jai invite someone to join you.
Invite somebody to join. This breaking news that will come and break it, and it will be.
A Jai will call it, then will be resigning after.
So again, but again, say,
How you say?
on this platform, that hear some of the things that will come up in the next few hours. Before they happen, we can now say,
Yeah.
That is how powerful we are. We are the voice of the country. We are the ones who say and these things happen. So, we're coming to talk about hardcore politics, but just zero on the issue regarding how we treat our homes. Let's the same way. You take a land, and that will just be my final comment on this matter. You take a land, you bought the land rainy season. I mean, it's a rainy season, dry season. But during the dry season, you see that land, it still got simply of water.
Yeah.
You still see water mark, on the land.
Yeah.
You still buy that kind of land. Tell me if you jump to rainy season, what's going to happen?
You're being pulled.
So if you see the land dry season, it still got water, right?
Yeah.
And you still bought the land. Tell me when you get to rainy season. So we do all of these things to make those kind of mistakes.
Of course.
House there. When the rain comes,
they will cry.
Intensifies, the place gets flooded, and we are crying. We want the government to come in. We want these kind of people, the humanitarian people to come in. They should help us. Yeah. Humanitarian groups will not have money every time sitting there for this kind of things. But again, we can see the danger. Yeah, we can see the danger we put ourselves in it. I will not go buy land. Me, that know myself like this. Let me talk in Liberia. I would not go buy land somewhere I know that the place it can get water, it can get flooded.
Yeah.
And I go there. I will not buy that land. That's forced. It's better I buy the land expensive to a place that is a deal and it is dry. That would be good for me. That would be good for me. Then for me to go buy the land and then afterward I start to suffer. There's a particular place around Broadville going towards Rich Junction. That place, I don't know how the people went. They built house there. They wouldn't live in the place during dry season. Once they hit rainy season, everybody can move. The house can be standing there, water coming every time. Water, the place is always flooded. So you see that kind of land, body?
You place yourself in total embarrassment.
You're not under stress. That's why some always say renting here. We'll be renting here until we can get it properly.
Come on.
Yeah. So
so quickly, let's transition. Desmond to the breaking news, and while we keep, uploading new ones. And today we this thing, Desmond, it started since this morning. Yeah, where there was this thing. Amin Moda, the commerce minister, former. Yeah, we are not calling former. Someone says the mail serve for less than a year.
Yeah. I'm going to show yourself in commerce minister.
Of course, that's another record. Yeah. And this morning there have been too many reports, too many engagements, blah blah blah. This person, it's reported they are remembering the news. That's how we carry out one. It's something that was not ready factual. We still needed to still go in for more details. But then later on, we got hold of the letter that was sent to the President Joseph Boakai. And that's what we've been talking about this thing, like you said. This particular platform, we go in depth. It's not just about coming to sit on radio. That's why I tell people, right? As a talk show host or as a journalist, you should be on top of your game. And that's one thing I love about this institution. We say making the difference in professional broadcasting. We can't sit here and talk because we want to talk. No. And the president listened to the Liberian people, Desmond. Remember on Sunday when the president returned from the USA after from Canada to the USA and back Liberia. You listen to President Bwaka. He said those who are those who will be caught in the wet, the corrupt officials, they should be prepared because his government will not support the key to build Liberia. You listen to that particular statement. President Bwaka government is here to build Liberia. That's why President Bwaka listen when the Liberian people speak. When it, that's one the thing about it as a leader. The people empower you, they employ you. So when the Liberian people tell you, say this is this, and this is a warning to all other officials. Desmond. Those who think that when they come to power, they came to enrich themselves. Now, this particular time, the Liberian people are aware. We are on top of our game. The past officials in those days, they really enjoy because Liberian people want to say, how long it was so finished. And this time around, we're not saying how long. So on today, the former commerce minister, Amin Modai, who just a week was Amikat, boasted about his work at the ministry. You follow that press conference again. I think this gone Tuesday should make it 1 week. Yeah, October 5, he was at Mikat. And we listened to all the Google things he said at Mikat. But yet and still, due to mounting pressure from public, the outcry from the people, the Liberian people, the president listened. And it's not just about listening, Desmond. Before he could even do his resignation, there was this huge meeting. From this meeting to that meeting, my man, you've been fighting the thing. Yeah, this meeting to this thing. Some people were even begging, President, you can't do this thing, give the man time. We are all, we inform. You can't do this thing. But yet and still, I know that President Bwaka listened to the Liberian people and he listened to them and accepted what they wanted. That's more on today. His resignation, that particular resignation, he came from the kind of nurse who put on the minister. And I about he want to do it like what someone was saying, the man is Sato because he got his own money. Let me tell you, no official will come to government and think that the Liberian people will sit back because you got money or you're a rich person, you can just exploit in no time. That particular luxury, the SUV, that car, my man, they gave that car, say,
they giving that car now, sell you.
US 1K, it's value US 100K.
100,000.
That's so una love teaching money.
And that money now, I can get pulling
imagine.
Or establish businesses.
And that particular vehicle, that particular issue, the purchase of that issue has been brought huge criticism on that particular minister at the time. And today, he finally resigned. I think you can just, for the sake of the public, those following us, Desmond, you could just read out that particular letter here to give clarity on that one thing we move forward.
Okay. Yeah. The letter from the resignation letter.
Yeah, the resignation letter sent to President Joseph Bwaka.
Okay.
For the minister, the former minister.
Yeah, the minister wrote October 9.
Okay.
Said, His Excellency Joseph Newman Bwaka, Senior President, Republic of Liberia. Dear President Bwaka, over the last few days, there has been public outcry over the purchase of a vehicle for over 45,000. Though I have provided all documents and facts that equivocally demonstrate that there was no malfeasance, I am deeply concerned about the impact of my integrity and the administration. This continues to be a distraction from the real national issues in the agenda. Therefore, wish to tender my resignation as Minister of Commerce and Industry and position that I ably served with integrity, passion for the past 9 months. My family and I remain thankful to you for the opportunity to serve our people. I wish you and the administration the best. As we look forward to a better Liberia. Signed, Ami Mudat.
Hmm. Desmond, and we just want people to be resigning without investigation. If the former minister can come out and send in, turn in his resignation, quoting, he said, you just said something. He said, over the last few days, there has been public outcry. So he know that Liberians been crying on the money. The particular amount that was used for the vehicle, purchased for the that was supposed to be used for the vehicle. He said, uh, the last few days, there have been public outcry over the purchase of a vehicle for over 45,000. Hmm. So this man knows that the Liberian, our people, Desmond, before we go far, our people know that we can complain when they do some bad things, when they do funny things. For Mr. The former minister, Amin Moda, today, it is clear that you resign. Desmond, this is my call, right? We just want you to resign. We need this thing to be investigated. If President Bwaka is a man who listens to the Liberian people, because if Amin Moda will just resign and say, okay, I resign, it's finished, other ministers who will be cutting the web will say, I resign too, and it's over. Everybody will start resigning. At the end of the day, there will be no proper investigation. But we the Liberian people who say that particular money was used, whether it's true or not, we want that particular investigation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there you have it from Princess. But again, before I lay my thoughts on that, few persons are following us. Angel Fatu Brown is following us as well on the social media. Joseph Sarkos, I'm following. That is it. Those following us from radio that have informed us. P. Tenegbe has also followed us from Kerry Street. Thanks so much for joining us from Kerry Street. That is very, very thoughtful of you. And she's an emerging journalist. She's so passionate, about journalism. She's always want to be around the radio to learn a lot of good things. So again, yeah, we'll continue to partner. We'll continue to talk to you until we can finally help you to build that dreams of yours. But yeah, it's it. You know, we sat right behind this microphone. This same microphone, but no, not the same one, but the old one.
That brand new one, and it's a different kind of studio he's sitting in right now.
So, but we sat behind the microphone, and yeah, Mr. Christopher Blamo, the man is following me from, I guess, from his office on Lynn Street. Following us via the social media. Please share the video, Mr. Blamo. Let others join in as well. So Mr. Blamo is a very good friend. Christopher Blamo, he's one of the persons, very good big brother and friend. I want to just appreciate you for over the years for being a very good big brother to me. Thanks so much, Mr. Christopher Blamo. I won't call your portfolio, so let me keep your portfolio, please. But here is it. I sat behind this microphone along with Princess, and we broke a news here in Liberia, and we told you we're the first radio station and the first talk show host in this country to tell the Liberian people that when the president returns, hairs will roll. And I'm telling the president this, and I'm going to be very honest. This is not about anything. I commend the president. Because what the president is doing now, some past governments did not do it. They did not pressure their people to resign. They allowed them sail on. And at the end of the day, they went on like that. The like of the CDC administration that did not force people to resign until sanction came. When the US government raised the sanction, some of them were forced to resign because of the US sanction. It's not that the president then forced them to resign. No. But we are hearing, like we predicted, that when the president comes back, because our prediction, when we say prediction, we have top-notch source, a source very close to the president that told us that the president was intending to dismiss these officials of his government who were tarnishing the image of his government. We're very much sure that the president would have done that. And the situation at hand demanded the president to dismiss. The first thing that is wrong That's a letter is that Amin Modai is still lying while he's leaving the ministerial job.
That's my point. He's still lying.
That is the first fundamental issue wrong with Amin Modai's exit from the Ministry of Commerce. It is established that the car worth over 96,000.
And yet still he's saying 45,000.
But you come back to the Liberian people and tell the Liberian people
the car is
45,000. Now, here is my take. As a journalist in this country, I am concerned about people accounting for their actions. I'm concerned about people being retributed. There is a clear sense of retribution in this matter that must be adhered to, and that is Amin Modai must face investigation.
Of course.
Because there are two conflicting informations now. It could be right. But in the code of public opinion that we have researched, we have checked, gone beyond the peripheries, we have checked all of the information. We are aware that the car cost over 96,000 US dollars. If that information is factual, and the minister then, the former minister, is telling us that the car was purchased for 45,000, then we must investigate. So ascertain and establish the authenticity of whether the car is actually 45,000 that it was bought, or it was bought 96,000.
And who's saying the real thing?
Who's saying the real thing? Now, my next disappointment is not just with Mr. Modai saying that he bought a car for 45,000, but Mr. Modai, who should be a public servant, should not in any way be justifying his resignation, because all in that resignation letter is justifying, in fact, last few days, the public and this, that.
Public outcry, blah, 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 integrity, blah, blah, blah.
Is that Mr. Modai should know that the office you are serving is a public office, and there will be public outcry. It's like Morris Desmond Brown is sitting here today and talking. I'm appointed as Minister of Information. And then I make appropriate monies that should be used for the ministry. Then the public or the journalists in this country are talking about the issues, and I come back to scapegoat and say, yeah, all the things they're talking about, them a character, I want to make her resigning. No, you're not resigning because of your character. You are resigning because you have blundered already, and you are finding an escape route because you do not want to be prosecuted. And that is the reason why, if Amin Modai was very sincere about what he is saying, he would have stated in his letter that I'm resigning, but I call on the LSCC, the GA, to thoroughly investigate this matter.
Then we know he's saying something.
Then we say, yeah, Amin Modai is a very, very transparent minister. You know, let's hail him because he wants his integrity he wants his integrity to remain intact. But the minister is resigning, but he is still telling us the car doesn't cost 45,000. I mean, it doesn't cost 96,000, but it is now 45,000. Fine. The next thing is, I'm disappointed in the president that the president has not mounted pressure on the LRA boss, Mr. Dobajala, to also resign. Mr. Dobajala is an accomplice of what has happened,
of course,
in this whole matter. He was the one who released the funding for the purchase of the vehicle. He admitted, I have the letter in my possession that the LRA boss wrote and said yes, but this money was for Commerce Ministry. Only released the money to the man to buy the car that he requested. The LRA should not, this is public wastage. This is wastage of public money. When schools are in deplorable conditions, children are being made to sit on the floor to write their tests. Go to public universities, go to the University of Liberia. People are still standing to classroom windows and they are copying notes. When a minister takes 96,000 and decides to buy an SUV car, I don't know whether the car cooks. I don't know whether the car, in the car you can cook, or in the car you can have, when you see you just say money, the car can start giving you money. So again, what do our public officials need 96,000 car for? When you have roads connectivity as a problem in this country.
So
just commute from Woodrow Island to Central Monrovia, it will take you the whole day. Roads are very, very inaccessible. The whole southeast are cut off. It has been cut off from the entire country. You cannot access anything there. Bag of rice have been so astronomically. Gasoline price in those places are gone sky high.
Oh yes.
But our officials are thinking of buying 96,000.
And someone can just can't tell us that they resign.
And somebody say,
imagine. That's an insult.
And we allow that person go infinity.
Yeah.
So the president's job is not something, but here's why I'm going to commend the president on. I commend the president for Ami Modal. Nobody should tell you that Ami Modal resigned out of his own volition.
No.
Anybody who thinks that way, that person is thinking negative. I mean, the person thinking it's not straight. The president mounted pressure on Mr. Modal to resign. Let me break this news to you. A big person. Do you Mama Kabilite is big? I'll call names. And the reason why I'm calling names is because I know what I'm talking.
Oh, yeah.
Mama Kabilite is the next person in line. She's the next person that the government is pressuring to resign. As we speak today, the president is in a closed door cabinet meeting with with ministers of his government. Why is the president having the cabinet meeting? It's because the president, while away, have heard and witnessed several appropriation of public funds by some of its government officials. The president is concerned. So the president is having cabinet meeting as we speak. Now, why is that cabinet meeting? What's going to come out of that cabinet meeting? In the coming days, there will be officials of this administration that will resign. They will be forced to resign. And I want to commend the president because the president is not reneging. He's not sitting back and saying, let him do it. When the time comes, we'll change them. No. The president is saying you don't want me because let me tell you why the president changed his decision. And that was why I have issues with the president. The president's initial decision in America while he was there was to come and dismiss these people. Once he come down on ground, he's going to dismiss them. People on the very trip that the president's on, they started to beg the president. I think we said it here.
Yeah.
That people were already begging the president. There is this big man at one of the state-owned enterprise. Now, I want to hold it needs more for some kind of reason. The man went to the president's house last night. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm giving you facts. And if this person challenge the report, I'm telling you,
we just going to call your name.
We don't just call the name, but we'll release the video of the person going to the president.
Oh yes.
You know what we do here? Our thing here, we don't just talk. We look for the evidence. We look for every given evidence that tend to authenticate.
And once you challenge it, definitely then we do the thing you're not expecting.
One big SOE man, state-owned enterprise. The man went last night to beg the president. Yeah, another man come and go.
He need to go. The people need to go.
He went to beg the president. The president said, "Koto," you know, when it's small. He said,
yeah,
Koto. No way. And the man went to the president's wife. So the president went, "Please help me." Then the president. President is putting pressure on should resign or you will fire me. So today cabinet meeting, the Ministry of Information will give report. Nobody in the country breaking cabinet meeting news. We are the first to talk about it.
Yeah.
The Minister of Information or the people at the executive mansion will tell you what came out of that cabinet meeting. But the president is concerned about so many things. The president is putting pressure on his officials to resign. And I hail the president for that. My only take is that the president initially decided to dismiss these people. And for me, I wanted them to be dismissed. And investigations are commissioned. If they are wrong, then the president start to set precedent on his own administration. That will send a strong wave, a strong signal to past administration. Now, hey, listen, we have not come to play. What we've come to do is to sanitize the country.
Yeah,
fight corruption, do the needful. These are things that we've come to do. And the only way that signal will be crystal clear to the Liberian people is when the president starts to prosecute his own. No prosecution makes sense when you do not start from your home. No retribution makes sense if you do not start from your home. You cannot persecute your children. You cannot punish your children. You cannot punish your kids at home, but you want to punish other people's children who are living in the community. Does it sound right to you? No, it doesn't make sense. So the president must stand with his officials. I mean, Madam should not just come and resign and everything goes.
And be talking things that are not even making sense.
Like water under the bridge.
Yeah.
No, he can't resign and be water under the bridge. He must be investigated because he's telling us now that everything we've said about the 96,000 car, even though we have documents to prove that the car cost 96,000 and it was purchased for that amount, right?
Yeah.
He comes back to tell that the car you bought at 45,000.
So it's conflicting, right? It's something that we think the LRA have to come in.
The LRA
Governor Jara now to be the one giving us clarity.
He will not get clarity.
No, he have to. No. He have to. Desmond, he have to.
I come in, Princess. Why will he not get clarity?
Why?
Because I do not want his clarity, Why
if there you go, he follow Moda because
why I do not want his clarity is the fact that he himself is an accomplice. He aided and abetted for these crimes of financial improprieties to take place. If he will not, if Dr. Jala did not release the funds from the NRA, we'll not be having the issues that we're having. Who authorized Dr. Jala to give Amin Moda 96,000 to buy a car? So it is not just with Amin Moda, it's also with Dr. Jala as well. This is a man who I've come to admire over the years, and I'll be honest with you. This man was LSCC, no, not LSCC, but PPCC boss, Public Procurement and Concession Commission. Dr. Jala was head of Cattle Center, Liberia, where he exhibited very good moral rectitude. This man as an integrity icon. A lot of people in this country know Dr. Jala to be one. For him to be entangled with this, and I see no specific clarity from him, then it behooves me, and it pushes someone who probably sits somewhere to say, listen, this is a whole syndicate. Somebody could speculate and say it is a syndicate. So all we need is for the president to also investigate Mr. Double Jala. Because they owe money, they're not clear. Even Modal have just released, he have just told us new revelation, he have given us new revelation. That our thing I'm talking about that car, and they say 1,000, and not true.
Now 45. So it's like someone's lying somewhere.
But the NRA, if you go on their page now, except they have removed that letter, the NRA was clear to say, yes, we gave the command ministry and it for them. We do not stop them from using their money.
Yeah.
So if Amin Moda bought a car for the 5,000, where is the balance money? Let's do the math. Take off 45,000 for 96,000. What do we have? We have 47,000.
So where for the 6,000 went? Someone not saying something here.
So
that's more.
We need to know where is the balance money. If the car was purchased for 45,000 and the company, the LRA is saying we gave the people 96,000, we need to know. So that is why the investigation is actually important. The investigation is not to just see people, incarcerate them, carry them to jail and jail them. No, the investigation is to establish facts, to establish the authenticity of some of the things we say, to authenticate what are the things we say on the public space about these people. So I commend the president and all of you who support the Unity Party. Let me tell you why I love some of the Unity Party partisans. These people got courage. And let me say this. I'm not saying it to make citizens to feel bad. I'm saying this to encourage the Unity Party to continue this, their supporters to continue on the path they are on. The Unity Party supporters have proven that they love this country. Because these people criticize their own. They came up and criticized Amin Moda. We were from the United Party chat room, and I told you.
Yeah.
And I told you, I will not tell the Liberian people how I managed to obtain all the write-off from the United Party chat room. But I explained.
I owe you party down.
No. But here is it. A certified journalist will always be
I know.
I got classified people in government that give me any kind of one.
Yeah.
And that I can boast about it anyway. I read you what Ami Moda wrote in the chat room. We started talking about the Ami Moda thing. He said the United Parties are the one even in the center of criticizing him. The party is not protecting him. He's not being protected by the party. How can the party treat him the way they're treating him? I want to tell the United Party partisans. You have the courage. And to do this, it shows that you love the country.
So
your government was not proceeding, and you came up publicly to say, this is not what we voted for. We did not vote the government for our government officials to ride 45 or 50 or 96,000 cars. We voted the government to make a change. We voted the government to fight corruption. We voted the government to do a lot of changes. And you stood for it. I've been listening to, not because I can listen to other radio stations. I can hear the United Partisans speaking out. They criticize their government, unlike the government.
oh, that's why I was just about to say that's one big difference. Yeah,
but their own government, you're not wrong.
Everything positive. Everything okay.
They just sing all the song. All hail like Bro Hill. All hail like Bro Hill. They do it now. They will tell you, always be your, they just heal everything that was being done. That is the difference between the United Parties and the seditions. The seditions will not criticize. They will not criticize the government openly. They will go in the corner and say, yeah, it's very happening, not correct, this, that. But the United Partisans were out on different media outlets, were criticizing their own and telling them this is not what we voted for. You want to make us shame in the community? We must stand up, and they stood up for what they have stood up for. And that thing they've done, they've won my admiration on this one.
Oh yes, sure.
They won my admiration on this one.
And we're not just looking at Ami Modai, but their officials. We are hopeful that President Joseph Boakai, what you started, Desmond, what the president started, we know this is not the end. There are other people in this government that are corrupt. They are. Double Jara needs to come out and tell the Liberian people where is the balance money.
Of course, we need to know
where that balance money from the 96 or the 100K or 96K went. Now Ami Modai is telling us that it's 45,000 and he's done.
Yeah.
He stated a year's resignation because when someone puts something in resignation, Desmond, it's no more private. Everybody will read that particular resignation. So the money is 45K. So who lying? That's the thing. Who's lying? Is it the Senate? Is it LRA? Is it a double jara? So there is this thing again that you see, that's what this thing needs to be investigated. We are calling on President Boakai, please, Mr. President. Ami Modai have already stepped down, and again, we need you to do the needful. We need you to investigate. That money is the Liberian people money. Desmond 77. That money people work.
My sister, they're cutting taxes from people money.
Just imagine.
So people are paying for this.
And today you got one minister who comes out, former minister, and say, I'm resigning because of the public outcry. No, it's because President Boakai also frowned at your action.
Yeah.
Something went on somewhere.
I say, currently as we speak, the president is locked up in a cabinet meeting.
Other people will not sleep tonight.
Say Kia Radio say Kia Radio 95.9 say the president is having a cabinet meeting today.
And we challenge any minister. Come at Kia Radio and say, Mama, let me see. We challenge you. We got evidence on this thing.
Oh, yes.
So, Mama Kabirete, you got,
Mama another woman.
Yeah, so many fake deeds that particular dinner was telling. So I said, what the Oma did again? The Nigerian, the boss I keep from this way. The yellow machine that so black.
Let me tell you, somebody sent an excerpt of the meeting. The president singled out Mama Kabirete in that cabinet meeting and said, there are several things that you've done, and these things embarrass the government. The president singled out Minister Mama Kabirete. The president singled out some people. Tonight, before nightfall, you will hear some breaking news.
Oh, yeah. Officials might even sleep in a meeting.
Let me tell you, there are people still begging the president that they should not. The president won't fire them. The president saying to them, listen, I won't spoil your Gracie. I won't make your Gracie look something like that.
I won't tell you your
Gracie.
We'll play it
quietly, and Ami Modai did, so that we can finalize. And I'm investigating too. Two things. It's not because the people resigned, so the government should let them go with impunity. No. There should be an investigation into the matter.
Let the Liberian people know.
Let the Liberian people know the truth. Animal that cannot tell all 45,000 NRA. Now, it makes the issue more complicated. It creates a dark cloud on the entire spending. One man saying 96,000, the other man saying 45,000. Who do we believe in this case? Our country. And we will not wait for the country to get damaged before we start to talk.
No,
we
God
talk
forbid.
now,
no.
So that the country can get on the path. If we weren't talking as journalists in this country, do you know what would have happened? So we are talking today and actions are being taken. Before then, we're talking, people say we're part of a particular political Today, we are talking. So, first of all, we believe that Liberia is all we have. And we must continue on that path. The president should not beg these people to resign. If you gave them ultimatum to resign, they don't want to resign, fire them.
Remove them.
Put anything from them. And when you remove them,
investigate them. Yeah, that's my point.
Remove them, investigate them. Start to fight corruption or start to fight public wastage from your own government first. When you do that, my baby, the Liberian people respectability they have in you will increase. If you cannot fight corruption from your own administration, to fight corruption with past administration will be something, I don't want to say will be hard, but it will be very difficult to achieve. You must start with your own. Start to do the things the Liberian people are yearning for. That cabinet meeting, tell them straightforward. You're not going to take apologies. No room for laxity. There must be a time that people must pay for their actions. And like you say, you will run, a very responsible government. This is when you showcase that you want to run a responsible government. So they behind there, 4 to 4, they're supposed to resign. You will hear more resignation in the government, or you will hear some people being dismissed.
Desmond, we want to hear more. Yeah, that's the thing. We want the president to remove. Desmond, we can talk about change and yet still we still on this path with nothing being achieved. And the thing I must hail the Unity Party government for. That's a big difference with the former government.
Yeah.
The CDC government. We knew people who were corrupt. We knew officials who were corrupt. The president was aware of these officials. But you didn't say it was on friendship level. Oh, because I'm a friend, the man supported the party. But today, President Boakai is not even, he's not even saying that as to say let the man remain.
And that President Boakai is a former party chairman there.
Of course. There is a man who has contributed a lot to the Unity Party.
The other guy up there, pay for it.
But yet and still, Mr. President, we say thank you so much. Desmond.
Even though I was disappointed.
Yeah, we
they're supposed to dismiss the people. Don't
allow them to come through resignation. They make it fun.
Sack them.
They think we were already informed. We know. So they can people just come and say, my man, we thank you for your post. And let me tell you, the next person, Desmond, I don't even think the president needs to sleep on this one. Double data needs to come out. We need to hear from that particular angle.
Yeah,
we need to know what happened to that particular money. It was 96K. Today, that is starting off 45K.
Okay.
Where did the bio money go? We want to know.
All right. Before we take calls quickly, let's recognize a few persons that join us. Christopher Blamo, like I said, join us. Chief Ambassador J. Ibrahim Nanin. He said, wow. Hassan Kopo, my best friend, my good friend. He said, speaking truth to power, Desmond, continue on doing the best for our country. Thank you so much. Let's continue. But let's take calls now. We can interact with the public on 0772-758958, 0772-758958, 0886-393-184 are the numbers you can call to be a part of the program. Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9, we have our first caller, Princess.
Hello? Yeah.
Let's hear you, Jared. I did. Check your phone. Yeah, check your phone. Check your phone. I gave you a missed call. Mm. So
Oh,
so
oh, no.
you are picking bones with me when you have not even checked your phone. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah, with respect to. All right.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Let's go back to the line. Talk to another person.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Well, thanks for asking. Let's say.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. 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 No,
Okay.
no, you gone off.
Yeah.
Let's take another person. Good,
Hello,
good
caller.
evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you, James. Yeah, I'm here now. I've been here since almost 3 months now.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much, James S. Moloba, one of my very, very good follower. Let's hear you. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Ruben Kana, and I call from Canada. Let's hear you, Ruben. Let's hear you, my brother.
Okay. Mhm. All
Thank
right.
you, Ruben
Thank
Kana.
you.
Let me go back to our hotline. Take another person. Good evening. Yeah, good afternoon. I know, I know.
Mhm.
Let's hear you.
Oh yeah. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Esse meu na
Okay,
conclusão.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Eh,
You want my bosses there to have
we can squeeze another one.
yeah, 0772-758-958-0886-393184. We can take just one more, that locket person, and then we can call it a day. Let's go back to the line. This person, you are loud and clear on Care Radio 95.9 inside Liberia. That's it. You. Let's hear you from District 17, Mr. Small.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. Princess, just wrap up on your end
Yeah,
quickly.
quickly, no
We're not
time.
taking any more
Yeah.
calls. Please, just
Yeah,
let's
quickly,
start.
Desmond. Thanks to our many callers, our followers, and those who try, making their way on the lines for time already cut us. Do join us tomorrow for another edition of the program in Liberia. And it has been a wonderful time being out here discussing training issues. And lastly, to Mr. President, we are hopeful that before the end of the day, other names can follow as well. Thank you so much.
It is a wonderful time. We always want to do this job, and we can do it without any scrimmages along the way. And the way to do it is to do it with you, the Liberian people. Join us tomorrow. Princess and I will be here to drive you through from 4 o'clock to again 6 p.m. You don't want to miss another edition of the program tomorrow. It promises to be fascinating and thought provoking. Until then, Morris Desmond Brown is my name. Folks around call me the young veteran. And of course, I am the veteran that you can trust. Until then, let me say, before we go, we need to recognize the general, Monique Kishen, the man who have brought life since his arrival. Brought life. Yeah, so before Monique Kishen, before we end, my mother wants to say something. Yeah, my mother wants to say something. Put the camera on my boss, man. I want to see, put my man in the studio. Yeah. So General, we just ended our show. So we're glad to have you in Liberia. He's one of our bosses. He's one of our uh, the person keeping this entity where it is. So welcome to Liberia and welcome to Care Radio. Well, thank you very much, and Desmond. And I want to say this: it is a teamwork, and without you guys, and here radio won't be the way it is today. And with the CEO and the president, Josh, and you got the CEO, Christopher Kier, a hardworking man, and you got George Sibo, who's the president. Yeah. I'm just a guy call me the liberal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here to do what I love doing best. So to those of you who are listening, I also want to say I'm on the ground and we're going to make sure that Care Radio will be one of the best. And we are doing everything possible. This station is for the people. We are here, we are representing the people. We owe no loyalty to any individual or any political party. And the Care Humanitarian Organization owns this radio station, so we are here to serve people. But I want to say this again to the station: you guys are doing good, and George Ward, who's the guy behind everything, and you got the director, and Moses, you got Miada, you got Jonathan. If I start calling names, and Jefferson, there are a lot of young, talented Liberians who are doing the best when it comes to radio. We are branding our own. We are not here to take big names. Yeah. We are here to brand our own. So I want to say, that's not keep up the work. We follow you. And for those of you who listen to us, please take up your phone and just go to Care Communication Network or just say Care Network on Facebook and follow us. Like the show and also go to YouTube and subscribe. Help us and we can help other people. I want to thank you very much for taking off your time. Yeah. I'm in town, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. That is Mr. Monkey Shen. Of course, folks, this is how we go on today's edition of the program Inside